Our football-themed Burger Brothers brings us to Oklahoma City. I know what you're saying, there isn't a major university in Oklahoma City that plays football. That's because we're catching up with somebody that used to play at Oklahoma State. We are at Bunny's Onion Burgers, and we're gonna head inside and find out who that is. Let's go. Continuing with the football theme, we are joined by our very special guest, Rashaun Woods. Familiar face to football fans across Oklahoma, especially Oklahoma State fans. Thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah, no problem. I'm just gonna do the single patty cheeseburger.
Cheese, just cheese, pickles, and onions?
Yeah, mayonnaise and mustard. I guess I put that in myself.
I'm gonna go with what you suggested with the chili cheeseburger. I'm gonna go that route.
Alright.
Can I get a side of onion rings?
I will get the number 5 with no veggies except the onions. And I'll get the basket. How long have you guys been in business?
Bunny's itself has been in business since 1991, but before that it was another onions burgers joint called Joe's, and it's been here since the 30s.
There was some family history there with trading off and
Tim and his friend Joe opened it, and it was just the bar, and it could fit 16 people at the bar, and none of this was there yet. And then Tim sold his half to Joe and opened his own burger joint a little bit further down on 39th Street. And then Joe had it until 91 when he sold to Bunny, and that's when Bunny added on the rest of our sitting area. And it's been Bunny's ever since.
What's the secret to Bunny's Burgers?
Everything's homemade. Our fries are cut every morning. Our onions are either cut the night before or the morning of the day. We usually go through a bag of onions a day.
I don't think I've seen this in any of our previous episodes, but I mean, you guys slather them in onions. I mean, you got onions all over this. Is that a family recipe?
Yes, it is. So is our chili, our honey mustard, our ranch. Most of our specialty sauces and stuff are all homemade family recipes.
What's the most popular item on the menu?
That's really hard. Our stack burger sells a lot, which has our grilled onions and our homemade fried onion strings and fried jalapenos. And then another one is our chili cheeseburger, and because of our homemade chili.
You guys have regular customers that come in here almost every day?
Yes, we do. We've got quite a few of them. And we've memorized what they order, and they usually just walk in. Sometimes even our cooks will know when they walk in. They just wave at them and start their order automatically.
The smell of the onion just kind of draws you in, like it's drawing Danny in right now.
I know, that's like perfect for the Instagram, you know what I mean? You gotta get your little, that's a lot of onions.
Wow. That chili cheeseburger, look at that thing.
All right, bon appetit, man. Can I eat this with my hand or
synchronized bite?
I don't know. This one looks like you gotta cut it all out.
Look at the onions just hanging off this thing. That's awesome. That is some good stuff right there. What's cool is the onions are just hanging and dripping all over it, but they just melt in your mouth. It catches all between bites too. Get his words out.
I mean, this ain't like your normal burger, man. This almost got like something else going on. The onions and the chili is like different than the average chili. Bunny's is famous for the onions.
Mm-hmm.
This is the original recipe, or this is how they order?
This is the original recipes.
All right, because we've been to other places where onions are incorporated in, but not at this level. Are all the burgers they come with that?
Yes.
Do they come here specifically because
for
they
the
like that
onions,
style
yeah.
of the onion, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it's in the name as well. So.
Oh yes.
I'm like trying to purposely slow down so I don't embarrass myself on TV.
surprised how many people I get that actually say I have to slow down when I eat these burgers when I bring people with me, because they normally like get it to go and then they just throw it by themselves and they don't care.
This is definitely the most unique onion chili cheeseburger I've ever had.
Not many people believe me when I say we've got a chili cheeseburger.
Really?
Yeah, they love the chili and they come.
Chili's different too. It's not your typical.
Homemade chili. They won't tell anybody the recipe.
Right.
Yeah.
But
This
usually
isn't.
with burger chili, it has like a different consistency. This is like a meal on top of a meal.
Oh yeah.
It's like
You a burger guy? You like burgers?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I used to go like chicken burger. You know, like chicken like 3 days in a row, and then I do like a burger to like balance me out.
Of course, people remember your brothers, Donovan and Dewan. Dewan is he trains, he's been doing training out in LA for.
Yeah, he's like in your fitness, he personal trains. He runs these big fitness groups out there. He works for like companies like Equinox, Nike. Yeah.
you get more deals done in Equinox. I never worked out. I just rode that bike and just tried to get my deal on in there.
Yeah.
So,
Tier 1 gym.
so would this be on his menu?
Maybe when he on vacation.
Now you all get together at family gatherings and still throw football around and any of that stuff?
We don't throw the ball around, but we might talk it. You know, my brother coaches and Donovan coaches with me, so we'll talk football and stuff. And you know, just it's all a mental deal now. Getting out there and running and doing all that stuff, that's the thing of the past. That's for the young guys.
You've been at John Marshall now for 5 years,
Yeah, this will be my 6th year.
and you've had tremendous amount of success in a short period of time.
Yeah, I mean, I took over the program. They were 0-10. They got a lot of talent. They had a lot of talent there. They still do. You know, they just really needed them to buy in, and I had a good coaching staff that I was able to maintain, and add some more guys to kind of help, you know, push the process along. And we've won 3 district titles. We won a state title in 5 years.
Who was your hero?
Man, I really liked Oklahoma State. When I got offered the scholarship to go there, I mean, it was a no-brainer for me. But Barry Sanders, Thurman Thomas, and those guys were big-time players. Harley Dykes, Coach Gundy. I used to watch those guys. They played those guys on TV just about every game here in the city, and that was the team I liked. That particular team in '88, I was 8, 9 years old then. That was just around the time I started playing football. So.
Did you play other sports?
Oh yeah, I played everything. I did baseball, basketball. I ran track later on in my high school career. Wasn't much of a fan of track. I just knew I was slow. I needed to work on my speed. So I thought maybe to join the track team was the deal to do. And but I mean, I played everything. I mean, there wasn't much to do around the house. This was before, I guess, computers and phones. So.
I grew up in that era too, man. Don't let these rugged young looks fool you. You know?
Right. Yeah, so.
I'll be 50 in December. So.
Right, yeah, so.
We're the first generation that knows what it's like to grow up without all that, and then also to incorporate that into our lives.
Right.
We can't live without that now.
Right.
I assure you, we spend more time in the park with a football or a baseball bat or bow and arrow even once.
Well,
That's another story.
and then this guy out on the water, because this guy loves to fish.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. I've been in the. I used to go like the Grand. I mean, I'm going out to Hefner Lake over there, but a lot of times I'm headed back up to Tulsa area to fish. You know, the lakes around Oklahoma City aren't the best. I mean, if you want to get out somewhere close, you know, it's okay to go out and do it, but you usually got to drive an hour or so to really get around some pretty good fishing. And but I mean, for the longest time, I've been in the bass fishing quite a bit. You know, even thought I wanted to make it professional at one point. Just loved it that much. But now, like, you know, I got a taste of the salt water. We had a chance to go out and try to catch some reds and do that kind of stuff. And now for me, you know, going in a bay somewhere or going in the ocean or something like that is what I've been jonesing about.
All right, so we got to talk about Mike. He was at Oklahoma State. 2 or 3 years when you were there, under Les Miles. He's done an amazing job. Last couple years, he's had the mullet. What do you think about the mullet?
Hey, that's his deal, man. You know, whatever he think he looks good in, I guess, you know, he could do it. You know, guys got their own hairstyles and like to do their deal. Hell, I wear a mohawk every year, you know, so this is kind of my deal that I've just kind of developed. I think my first year coaching, all the guys thought the mohawk was awesome. So I was like, hey, I'll get a mohawk. So I got the mohawk, and I've been doing it for the last 6 years. So, you know, maybe it's something, who knows why he does his, but not really. Not really. It's just become like a tradition almost, not necessarily a superstition, just tradition of when the football season rolls around, I'm a sport the mohawk. You know, and just kind of one of those deals that started it. And when I think about when the football season come around, I think about a mohawk, and so I'll start getting my head prepared for it. Yeah.
Get your head in the game in more ways than one.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Biggest differences between playing and coaching. I would imagine a lot of it is, you know, the fact that you got a whole lot more people to worry about. Because when it's you, it's you and your teammates. When you're coaching kids and coaching students, I mean that's pretty heavy stuff right there.
Yeah, when I was playing, I just worried about what I was supposed to do. There's so much more to football that I didn't even know what was going on. I mean, I knew guys had to block and do all that stuff, but blocking schemes, you know, the technique they needed to get the job done, all that, I had no idea. I didn't care to learn about it. You know, I wasn't concerned about it. The only time I was concerned is if they didn't get the job done. Then, you know, then you looking at them like, what's going on? But you didn't know what all went into it. You only knew what you needed to do day in and day out, and that was enough to concentrate on. You know, just getting open and blocking and knowing the play when you line up. I mean, that was more than enough for you. Mm-hmm. But as a coach, you learn so much more about what everybody else is doing. You can't just go and, you know, I play receiving. I have an extensive knowledge of what receiving's supposed to do. I've had to learn and learn just as much about offensive line or what the quarterback is doing. You know, tight ends, you know, defense. You know, I've had to learn so much more about the entire game. And it's just kind of looking at it, everybody. When you look at it now, you're looking at it not just from your position, but all 11 positions on the field. And everybody has to kind of work and do their job, and then it all comes together, and it's just in unison. Everybody has their job to do. And it's truly one of the greatest team sports of all time because of it.
Les Miles can be kind of goofy at times. He's the Mad Hatter.
Yeah.
Was there anything he ever said that made the whole team just bust out laughing? Anything it wasn't intended to?
Well, anytime he got excited, his voice got real high. And so guys kind of got used to, it was a big deal of mocking him, or like, you know, pretending to be him, or you know, just kind of making their voice like his.
Wear your hat up high.
Yeah. So guys would like imitate him. So that was kind of a deal that they did on him. But the same guys that imitated him imitated Bob Simmons if they were there. I mean, they imitated every coach. And that's just kind of what they did, you know, kind of as comic relief. It's just imitate the coach. We could be standing in line and the coach is serious, you know, telling them, hey, we need to make sure we do this, and either the guys back there just repeating it, you know, just repeating it. And he doesn't do it to where the coach can't hear it, but you know, all you can kind of do is just look down and cover your face, because you didn't want the coach to see you laughing at this, you know, this idiot back here making fun of the coach during a very intense moment, you know, that kind of deal. So,
did you ever do an impression of him?
No, I wasn't much of that kind of guy. I mean, I was just the guy that laughed.
What was it like playing with your brother?
It was cool, man. When we were younger, they were just so much smaller than me. And so obviously when we all get up and are close to our 20s, and we're all about the same size, kind of all talent-wise, it was pretty amazing, because I mean, I'm thinking I'm 23, 24 when I was a senior. The youngest brother, Donovan, he's a true freshman. He was still kind of underdeveloped. He wasn't the man that he eventually was, but became. But seeing those guys, coming back and watching those guys play games, and then we were all on the same team, it was pretty pretty intense, man. It was a lot of fun just to be alongside, but at the same time, I mean, it's one of those where I don't think I enjoyed it as much because it's just so, I mean, you had a responsibility to do, you had a job to do, and, you know, a lot of our dialogue, with, at least with DeJuan, was, you know, going out there and learning how to be a player, you know, carrying yourself the right way, doing things the right way. You know, I was kind of much more like a big brother than probably just a brother, you know, just telling me, making sure that he was doing things the right way, and, you know, being on time and stuff like that. And I was just such a do what I need to do kind of guy during that time that, you know, I didn't think looking back on it, I wish I maybe would have kind of sat back and just enjoyed it a little bit more, but it was still good. It was still good.
It's pretty cool what they've done at the stadium.
Yeah, man, the Jumbotron is massive. You know, I've been up in the suites. I think I look forward to that more than anything. If I can get scrounge up a ticket, somebody give me a ticket or something. The food is unbelievable up there. I mean, the bathrooms it's probably one of the best bathrooms you ever seen in your life. Yeah, and just watching the game, even coming down, you know, around the 50-yard line on field level, man, it's phenomenal. It's amazing that we played in the same stadium, but it looks nothing like what it did when I was playing. You know? The only thing that's still the same is if you fall out of bounds, you better go down because you're going into the wall. That's if nothing else has changed. That is never going to change. But everything else, man, it doesn't even look like the same place.
As far as records go, school records, at one time you had pretty much every receiving record.
Yeah.
You still got a few of those.
Yeah. Single season and career. You know, it's maybe one guy come through and get one record, another guy get another one. You know, over time, as time passes, you know, each guy's probably going to grab one or two of the records, especially with the way they're throwing the ball now. No huddle, twice as many plays. You know, the guys are talented. And so, you know, you got to expect that records are made to be broken. But the thing I guess you kind of look at is it's interesting to see if somebody can come through and grab a lot of those records or multiple records, you know, just multiple things. Because at one point, many years, I mean, I had every one of them. You know, and so somebody can come through and oust me on every single one.
Right now, I'm going back to the 80s. I see your initials on the top of the video game. Like,
yeah, right.
You just got the whole arcade.
Yeah,
wow.
right. And so,
real time with football.
yeah, and so now it's just like, you know, one guy will have James Washington have career yards, or Darius Bowman will have the single season game, you know. And these are big time guys that are, you know, really good players, really good players. So, you know, it is what it is. It's exciting to see those guys get to chase it. You know, I get a lot of questions about it when somebody gets close. But like I said, it's everybody and every guy that's gotten to one of those records, you know, you've worked so hard to do the best that you can. And you know when those guys are getting close, they're definitely thinking about it because you know what kind of work they've had to put in to even get close, you know. And so, you know, you expect those guys to take pride in something like that, just like I did. And, you know, and it is what it is. I mean, I have no feelings either way on whether they stand or not. You know, I'm just glad that when I came through, you know, I did the best I could.
Yeah.
It sounded like she made it with a chainsaw back there. What's going on?
Oh my goodness.
Old Hamilton Beach?
Is that blade in the middle?
Oh my God.
Check that out. Wow.
I'll tell you what, after this, no players are getting married for like a season.
Keep them in the, I love that. Places don't even do that.
I have an ex-girlfriend whose father played for the Chicago Bears. His name was Doug Plank. And he was known for spearing players and running into walls with his gear on. But they don't play like that anymore. That's that's an old idea. So do things constantly change and evolve like that? Or?
Yeah, and I think as coaches, the way the game is played now, it evolved from some high schools, believe it or not, and it's made its way to college, and now it's making its way into professional ranks. You know, there are old guys that all do things the right way, and it can kind of be a fault. You know, and you can be, you know, I guess married to a certain way to play and to a fault, and they've never changed. And then there's guys who are always looking for a way to make their team better. And I think it's really the teams, whether on whatever level it is, it's the teams that don't have the guys to win outright, that are innovative in giving their team an opportunity to win. You got to really think out of the box if you're going to be innovative in anything that you do. Yeah, I've called the plays every year. Yeah, I've called the plays every year at my high school.
Let me ask you this: Have you ever called from Ruski?
No.
That's what I like to see. You know,
Right.
Sport. I don't know much about football, but I know. I'd like to see trick plays like that every once in a while with Wildcat.
Right.
When they start doing some innovative stuff.
The Luke Phillips fake field goal.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for joining us. We appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
Great catching up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish eating this shake.
Out on that shake, man. I can't do the whole thing.